Good morning, I'm Craig DeGrelli. It's Friday, November 22nd, 2024, and these are your Unbiased Updates. President Trump wastes no time replacing his embattled Attorney General nominee, Matt Gaetz, who the new nominee, Pam Bondi, is, and more on her background. And a spectacular sight, a volcano in Iceland, once dormant for 800 years, erupts again, if anything is in harm's way as the lava flows.
From the Straight Arrow News Studio, bringing the stories that matter to you from across the United States and around the world, these are today's Unbiased Updates.
This morning, Matt Gaetz is out, Pam Bondi is in. President-elect Donald Trump selecting the former Florida Attorney General as his new pick to be the U.S. Attorney General on Thursday, just hours after Gaetz withdrew his name from consideration. This morning, there is word that Trump told Matt Gaetz he did not have the votes in the Senate to get confirmed. Bondi served as Florida's first woman Attorney General from 2011 to 2019. A year later, she served as one of the lawyers who defended Donald Trump during his first impeachment trial, where he was ultimately acquitted by the Senate. She also served on Trump's Opioid and Drug Abuse Commission during his first term. Bondi and Trump's connection came under scrutiny in 2013 when she did not join a lawsuit against Trump in connection with fraud allegations toward Trump University. At the time, Trump's foundation made a $25,000 donation to a campaign group backing Bondi for Florida Attorney General. Both denied any impropriety. The 59-year-old currently leads the legal arm of the conservative think tank America First Policy Institute, which worked with the Trump campaign to help shape policy for his upcoming administration. She's also a partner in a lobbying firm. If confirmed by the U.S. Senate, she would oversee the Justice Department. In announcing his pick on his social site, Truth Social, Trump said this: "For too long, the partisan Department of Justice has been weaponized against me and other Republicans. Not anymore. Pam will refocus the DOJ to its intended purpose of fighting crime and making America safe again." Gaetz, who resigned from Congress shortly after Trump nominated him, released a statement earlier in the day saying his confirmation was, quote, "unfairly becoming a distraction to the critical work of the Trump-Vance transition." The former Florida congressman had been the subject of a House Ethics Committee investigation regarding allegations of sexual misconduct and illicit drug use, including accusations he had sex with a 17-year-old girl. He has denied any wrongdoing, and the panel came to no agreement on Wednesday to release its report. Gaetz called Trump's nomination of Bondi a stellar selection. Now attention is turning to Trump's pick for Defense Secretary, former Fox News host and war veteran Pete Hegseth. He met with senators on Thursday as a newly released police report detailed allegations about an alleged sexual assault in 2017. The report was released to media outlets in response to a public records request. No charges were filed in the case, and Hegseth has said the encounter with a married woman at a California hotel was consensual. Both adults had been drinking at the hotel bar, according to the report. Hegseth spoke to reporters about the allegations on Thursday.
Did you sexually assault a woman in Monterey, California?
I have, as far as the media is concerned, I'll keep this very simple. The matter was fully investigated, and I was completely cleared, and that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you very much.
The lawyer for Hegseth says the allegations are false, and Hegseth settled in 2020 only out of fear that he would lose his job at Fox News if the woman's accusations became public. Pennsylvania's U.S. Senate race is over. Democratic incumbent Bob Casey has now conceded to Republican opponent Dave McCormick. The Associated Press called the race in favor of McCormick 2 days after the election. It was one of the closest races in the state's history. So close, it triggered an automatic recount under state law. Despite Casey conceding, the recount is still going on. Results are expected on Wednesday. This is Pennsylvania's fourth recount since 2004. None of the previous ones changed the outcome. With McCormick's victory, Republicans will control the U.S. Senate by a 53-47 margin, picking up 4 seats in the 2024 election. An Alabama prisoner became the third person in not just the state, but the United States to be executed with nitrogen gas last night. 50-year-old Carrie Grayson was one of 4 men convicted of murdering a female hitchhiker in 1994 when he was a teenager. The U.S. Supreme Court denied Grayson's final petition to halt the execution yesterday afternoon. In a controversial move, Alabama began using nitrogen gas this year to carry out some executions. It entails the inmate inhaling pure nitrogen through a mask until he suffocates. Critics say it's inhumane and painful. The state maintains the method is constitutional. The NFL has issued a warning for players after thieves burglarized the homes of 2 of its biggest stars in the league. Kansas City Chiefs players Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce had their homes broken into within days of each other last month in the Kansas City metro area. The NFL put out a security alert Thursday saying the criminals target players' homes on the days the athletes have games. Players were told to take precautions and implement home security measures to reduce the risk of being targeted. NFL officials also recommended players avoid updating social media with check-ins or daily activities until the end of the day and refrain from posting expensive items on their accounts. In Iceland, look at this. A volcano has erupted for the 7th time this year. This latest eruption happened late Wednesday night in Iceland's Reykjanes Peninsula. Tourists had to be evacuated from the Blue Lagoon, Iceland's most famous tourist attraction. Iceland's official tourism site said this most recent event, which created a nearly 2-mile fissure, was significantly smaller than the last eruption in August, which opened a 2.5-mile fissure. Experts say the volcano had been dormant for 800 years before it became active again in 2021. Since then, 10 eruptions have happened, 7 of them this year alone. Finally this morning, it's unanimous. Baseball superstars Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge had award-winning seasons, both being named MVPs of their respective leagues on Thursday. The Dodgers' Ohtani, who became the first player in MLB history to hit 50 home runs and steal 50 bases in a season, claimed his 3rd MVP and his 1st in the National League. He joins Hall of Famer Frank Thomas as the only 2 players to get MVP honors in both leagues. And Judge received his 2nd American League MVP in the last 3 years. The 2 culminated their MVP seasons by meeting in last month's World Series, where Ohtani and the Dodgers walked away with the championship. Those are your unbiased updates for this Friday. We'll see you back here on Monday. For all of us here at Straight Arrow News, I'm Craig DeGrelli. Have a great weekend.